ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Prominence Poker. I hope you're having a lovely day. Oop, that was not the button I wanted to press. As you can see, we're in the game. I wanted to do a tournament for you fine folks, but unfortunately no tournaments are playing right now. It is a very, very early Wednesday morning, and a lot of times it is hard to get tournaments going. On Wednesdays, I sat there for a while, so we're just gonna play a little bit of a ring game. I'll play it probably about an hour. Ooh, that pot's getting real nice and high. And I have pocket queens, so we're obviously gonna call. Now, as you can see, we have those pocket queens sitting there. First thing that I like to do when I'm at a table is refill everybody's stuff. And we'll definitely check. So in this game you have table items. Each table item kind of gives you a bit of a boost. Mine is that revolver sitting right there. That guy has some sort of gyroscope type thing. This person has a chain. What is 11th thou? We'll call it, just for the record, it was a $200,000 buy-in. I have over $1 million in chips in this, so this isn't really a super high stakes game for me. That guy's decided to go all in. I am tempted to go all in. But, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. That guy's got a dueling pistol, it looks like. I'm just going to check as well. So, for those of you who you may or may not be familiar with the game of poker, I will try to explain it. This is Texas Hold'em style. Everybody had kings. Crap. Well, we're down to 12,000. So, that sucks. Oh well. And my friend Nick is playing right now. He has his Twitch channel. I don't think he has a whole lot of followers, but he does have a pretty decent Twitch channel. I like watching it from time to time. Plays a lot of fighting games and stuff. We're going to call this just because it's suited. It's probably not going to be beneficial for us. 210 is not really a great hand. But I shouldn't have called that last hand, but that's okay. It's a ring game. I can afford the 200,000. Usually I don't try to play that reckless, especially not to begin with. This game does have background music, but I decided to go against having background music. And we're going to fold because I can see somebody raised another 9K. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with Texas Hold'em, basically you get dealt two cards. Two cards. They sit at they'll sit in the upper area of the bottom left. When I have the X over them, that means that I've gotten rid of them. And then 5 cards come on the table. You have the flop, you have the river, and I can't remember off the top of my head what the last card is called, and anybody who's a poker aficionado is going to be sitting there going, "You're an idiot." Oh, we got a little bit of a duel going here. See what comes of it. But your plan is to try to make the best 5-card hand. And I've had arguments with people. It is just 5 cards that you use. I've had some people say, "Oh, I win because I have more cards." Oh, I kind of want a spade. I kind of want her to win. Oh, there you go. There it is. She just won a flush. So if you do want to know what the hands do, there should be. I know there's a button to push. Whew. There is a button you can push that'll bring up. Okay. Where is... There's a button you can push to bring up the card hands. I don't remember what the button is. No, I'm folding. Fill gift. No. Ah, there they are. So, A1 hand, of course, is royal flush. Straight flush is any 5 cards in sequential order, as well as the same suit. 4 of a kind. 4 cards of the same kind, obviously. Full house, that's a pair and 3 of a kind. Flush, all the same suit. Straight, sequential order. And then I believe it goes to 2 of a kind. Yeah, 2 pair, and then a pair. Oh, sorry, 3 of a kind, 2 pair, pair, and high card. So right there is the card hands for us. Ooh, that's a good hand. I'm just going to go straight all in on this hand because we are kind of in trouble. So it's not really going to help us, but because of the particular hand, I'm no stranger to being the low stack in this game and then slowly crawling your way back. As you can see, you can kind of, I'm in 9th place, so that means I'm the lowest stack. The guy to my right has a 1 by him. That means that he has the highest amount of chips. 5, 8, 4, 7, 2, 6, 3. In order, that's basically who's in first, who's in second, all the way to 9th place. So just to give you an idea of how this game works. Now that we've this is also actually, I kind of hate tables. Like, I like the venue itself, I don't mind. But this particular table, I prefer playing at tables that are that have a dealer going instead of it just being kind of like a round robin kind of dealer situation. Even though it's like, I mean, I'm sure there are mods and stuff that'll let you cheat at this game. And I just flopped the high pair, so that's good for me. You know, I'm sure there's things that'll let you cheat at this game. But I'm always suspicious. Granted, I'm a magician. And I do love playing poker. It is hard for me to get a game together simply because just because I am a magician, a lot of people kind of assume that I can manipulate the cards and stuff. Which, to be fair, I can. That doesn't mean that I do, but I can. So now, if it was just one other person and me, because there's other people in this hand, if it was just one other person and me, it would be heads up. Both me and the other person would have to be showing our cards. But we won that. So I don't think we get the full 33K. Yeah. There's a side pot going on because they re-raised after we went in. So we're sitting a little bit better. We're not at the 200K that we were at. But I figured I'd sit down and play this game for about an hour, see how you guys respond to it. Jack Ace is a decent hand. Not too bad. Definitely not mad at that. I want to see what everybody else does before I set in. So, I don't have high hopes for this episode to be super popular because, you know, there's not anything action orientated going into it, but I figured if I was going to play a game of poker, I may as well record it, see how you guys respond to it. Ooh, should we call that? Yes. I just hope nobody makes us go all in. Gotta at least see the flop. So, I mean, hopefully we see a jack or an ace. Ideally, an ace with a jack kicker would be the best outcome on this. But a jack with an ace kicker, yeah, we're going all in. Gosh dang pre-flop razors. I always worry, I will say, when I'm playing, now granted, of course, these are just strictly avatars, by the way, that's my avatar there. Very accurate depiction of how I look, to be completely honest. Except I'm usually in jeans, not white pants, but, you know, it is what it is. Granted, these are all just avatars. You could be... Oh, pocket queens for him. We've all got pretty strong hands. That guy is in the worst shape, though. Okay. He just won. Holy crap. 4 of a kind. Really? Really? Holy crap. That is impressive. That is impressive. Oh, and we're below our $1 million. That's okay. We'll rebuy. We'll come back in. I'm gonna sit out at least for this round because it's your punishment for basically going bust. Whether the okay, so she bought back in too. So me and her both bought back in, and that guy, once this hand's over, he'll disappear through the floor. I'm not kidding. That's literally how the avatars kind of come and go, is they just kind of drop in and then drop away. It's like the final circle of hell has just opened up, and it's like, oh god, no, not me, not me. I do want to clap for the guy. You do have emotes in this game, which is part of the reason why I like it. I actually do like that you can actually do a voice chat in this. Very few people do any kind of voice chatting in it. So hopefully, at minimum, we'll actually be able to get our 200K back. Ideally, I'd like to get more than that back, but my general rule of gambling is as long as I don't lose money, I'm pretty happy. I do play poker with friends as much as I can. Like I say, legitimately, I do enjoy playing poker. I prefer playing poker over like playing VLTs and stuff, just because with poker, I feel like I actually have control over the game. Yeah, see? And he's gone through the floor. And so is he. Yep, that's how you disappear in this game. You pop in, and hopefully we'll see somebody pop in at some point. Ooh, King 10. That is not a bad hand. But of course, that bit us before. And the game does glitch. If you look across the table, the girl has big blind above her head, and the guy with the hat and sunglasses and stuff, he's got big blind above his head, and the guy that's going right now had small blind above his head. He was not actually paying the small blind. The game just has like a weird glitch in that sense. Well, we got a pair of 10s, which isn't terrible, but it's also not great. How much did she bet? 20K. Let's see what this guy does. Because I do at least want to see the flop. Okay. Alright. We have a pair. Granted, there is an ace on the board, which we don't want to see right now. But maybe we'll see another 10. Maybe we'll see a king. Which will... If somebody does have the other ace, Hopefully it'll kind of lull them into our sense of security, and we'll be able to kind of take their money. That's the hope. No 10 there. Okay. We're probably gonna we'll take our leave. So first, so I'll kind of tell you guys, you know, I'll let the seeing as it because I do want to do more episodes of this, even though if these episodes don't do very well, I kind of I genuinely I do like playing poker, so I'll probably throw one of these out, you know, once every few months or something like that, just to kind of break up everything. You know, like I say, I genuinely enjoy playing this game. I actually haven't played it in a little while, so it's nice to. Whew, we'll pay the blinds just to see what the flop is. Hopefully nobody raises too much. But I'll kind of go through some general things that I've learned playing poker over the years. First things first, no matter how much money you've put into the pot, never be afraid to just fold. Because the simple fact of the matter is even if you're sitting there going, man, I've put like $100,000 into the pot, oof, that's not a fun thing to see. 9-4, but they're suited. Yeah, let's do it. Probably not a wise move, to be completely honest, but never be afraid to fold. Even if you've put, you know, $100,000 into a pot, you know, if you're feeling like you're probably going to lose the hand, those were not the suits we wanted to see at all. But we got 2 pair. And we flopped the high pair. So, we are in a tough predicament because that's an easy flush for somebody. But if we get a full house, we'll beat that. Okay. We'll call it. But yeah, no matter how much money you throw in, I mean, if you have the feeling that you're going to lose, it's good to fold because that means you're at least minimalizing the amount that you're losing. Okay. I'm okay with that. How much are you going to bet? How much? 60K. I have a feeling we're about to be short stack again. But she could also be pushing to try and get us to fold, which is not working for either of us. Granted, he has a lot of money. He's chops top stack. All right, we'll check. I'm betting he already had the flush, which is why he was kind of playing along. And now he's going to throw some extra money into the pot. And yeah, we're leaving. Thank you kindly for having us, but we're out of here. She's going to think about it. I'm folding because between the two of them, they only need 1 card to get a flush. And I have 2 pair. I was ideally hoping for either a 4 or a 9. She had 3 of a kind. She was doing all that on 3 of a kind. I do not feel so bad anymore. So much so that I'm even going to show what cards I had. Wow. Sometimes people just don't know how to play the game, man. Granted, I shouldn't be talking too much. 69, we're calling on 69. You know we're calling on 69. Granted, I'm not professional level poker player. See, that person just popped in, just dropped right in. She's a clone. She left and came in there. So now she's sitting at the table twice. Trippy. Okay, we gotta... Who's open the door? Okay, we got suited cards. We got a pair of nines, so that's something to actually kind of keep us afloat right now. But we also are looking at a possible flush. We only need one more club to get a flush. Oh. Okay. Because we got a couple of good possibilities here, so we'll call that. And we'll gift him. We'll reveal him because he was kind enough. One of the first things I always do, we'll call that just because we don't have a super strong, although a lot of strong cards are on the table. The only cards that would beat my flush, it would be if they had a king or an ace. By the way, if you are curious, I don't usually talk like this. Well, I'm going to call it, see if anybody raises it. I don't usually talk like this. And I want it. Cool. 1 on a 69. Yes! Definitely not mad about that. We're getting back up on our chip stack, although we're still short stack. But, oh no. Yeah, no, we're short stack. That's fine. Yeah, see, she left and her clone is sticking around. I mean, I guess two of them can't exist in the same timeline, so one of them had to leave. Now we literally one up on each. But do we tempt fate again on getting a flush? 10K? 10K. I won't have to pay a full 10K. It should be, yeah, 8K because I'm big blind. So you know what? Yeah. We'll take a quick look at that. Okay. Well, we got a pair of sevens, which is top pair on the board, so that's not bad. Whew. You know what? This guy plays kind of recklessly, so I have a feeling he's not. Got a pair of sevens. Oh, he's got pocket nines. We want to see clubs or another 7 or even a 10. No clubs, okay. 7 or 10, 7 or 10, 7 or 10. Damn. Well, that's 2 rounds we lost. Yes, we'll rebuy. That hurts. Oof, that hurts. Alright, we're going to play a little softer now. A little more my style. We'll play a little more my style now. I will clap for him because that was good. That was good. I am out this hand. That sucks. But hopefully we'll be able to at least make back a chunk of the money that we've lost at this point. I'd like to get back to being a millionaire in the game. Oh, for the record, so you guys know, this is a free game on Steam. It's no purchase whatsoever. You can make in-game purchases if you essentially lose all your money kind of thing. But you get so many bonuses and perks and stuff that it's almost like very few people have to do it. Very few people have to do it. And unless you're one of those, you know, long game frustration players, met quite a few of those where they'll sit there and basically they get bored and tired and they're just kind of like, screw it, all in, I don't even care. Ooh, that's a good hand for somebody right there. So, but yeah, so now that I've kind of showed you guys how this game works, how this game plays and everything like that, I'll kind of give you some pointers. I am a magician, so there are simple things to kind of look out for if you're playing with somebody and you think they might be cheating. And that is a really good hand for us. So if you're sitting there and you think that somebody might be cheating, and you don't, but you're not sure. First and foremost, sometimes even if you just sit there and go, "Hey, let's use a different deck." A lot of times that'll kind of throw somebody off, or it'll at least kind of give them that, you know, red, the red line of like, okay, somebody suspects something kind of thing. Now, here's a quick little kind of rundown of different things to watch out for. Number one, keep your eyes on the cards. Um, I always try to play with as you can see on the table right now, we have a white border around the cards. I try to make sure to play with those. He just bet 10K. All right, seeing as we're the only ones here, we may as well call it. So it's only a one-on-one type of thing. And another 69, but I don't have it. But anyway, you're betting on 12K. I'm going to say bye. Enjoy your hand. Enjoy your money. A lot of people who cheat, they'll try to hide the moves that they're using. Oh, the white cards. So you can see clearly that the player is dealing from the top of the deck. If you're playing with white bordered cards, it's harder to do what's referred to as a second card deal or a third card deal. That's basically you bypass the... Hopefully nobody raises us. If anybody raises, we're going to be gone. Because most people are familiar with like dollar... Okay, we're out. Like dollar store cards that have a full back, like the diamond kind of checker pattern on the back of cards that you get at like a dollar store. A lot of people are familiar with those cards. Those are bad cards to play with, especially if you think somebody's cheating, because when they're doing the second card deal, it's really easy to hide it with those, where it's harder, not impossible, but it's harder when you have the white border because it makes it easier to see this card's moving, this card's not moving kind of thing. Another thing is bottom deals. With bottom deals, that is more of a... You can see it visually, especially if the person's not great at them. But it's more listening, because when you're dealing, you can hear it. Even in the game here, you can hear when people are dealing cards, you get that whoosh, whoosh, whoosh kind of sound. But if somebody does a bottom deal, you'll actually hear almost a click sound as they kind of bring the cards from the bottom to the top when they're pulling it out, especially if they're doing it really fast. Chances are they're going to want to do it really fast so that it's harder for your eye to pick it up. But if you're listening, you'll hear the click. Now, here's another big thing. A lot of people are going to assume if you're dealing, chances are you're going to be trying to get yourself the win. This is not usually the case. A lot of times, they're usually in cahoots with somebody else. And so, let's say hypothetically, the guy in the hat there, I'm dealing the cards, and I want him to win because me and him made a arranged beforehand. Hey, if I win a bunch of money, I'll make sure, and I'm just picking him because he's got the top stack. If I make a bunch of money, I'll split the pot with you. I'll split the winnings with you if you're dealing. And that sounds like a really good, because you can kind of throw suspicions away if you're not the one winning. A lot of people will kind of look at that and be like, well, he's not really winning that much, so how is he cheating? But that guy's winning a lot. And of course, a lot of times you get if you're familiar with pool hustlers, they'll come in, they pretend like they don't know much about the game or anything. If you actually want a really good example of it, there's an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where Will tries to hustle some people. He ends up getting hustled, and as it turns out, Uncle Phil is actually a really good pool player and ends up just completely taking the guy, washing the guys. So, the guy had a Jack 3, and he was betting like that? Jeez. He is not the best player. He's not as good a player as I thought he was. Um, but yeah, a lot of times you'll kind of get that kind of situation where somebody will sit down. Oh, I don't really know a whole lot about playing poker. You guys mind if I come in? We got a suited Jack 9, so we're definitely going to at least do a blind on that. Whew, 10K. 10K. Pre-flop betting again, huh? Alright, we'll call it. Not saying that people who do that kind of thing are always going to be the cheaters. They can be, but just a thing to kind of keep an eye out for. Or they straight up could be really good players and they're just trying to downplay. I am not a good player. But in all the time that I've played poker, I'd say I probably have come out at least a little bit ahead. How much ahead? I mean, I don't know. I've played poker for a lot of years, and it is really fun to beat people in poker. Legitimately, it really is just fun. Okay, we got no chance at a flush, and we got an ace on the board, and there's 2 raises. Ooh, I'm definitely not raising that. So I would say I've come out ahead. I've only actually ever played real poker at a casino one time. It was a tournament. It wasn't a very big tournament. It was... I don't even remember exactly when it was. This quite a few years ago. But Texas Hold'em was not... It hadn't hit its peak, but it wasn't far from it. So it was almost like they were trying to get, ride high on that interest and kind of get a little more people into the game, because it was only a $50 buy-in for this tournament. There wasn't... I want to say all in all, there was probably about 30 people in total, ish. And I did end up making it to the final hand. I think I got 3rd place, which meant I basically broke even. So, nothing impressive or anything, but... And open the door just refilled me again. I'm going to give him a little wave. Ah, thank you. And we'll give him a refill too. It's only 500 chips, so and it gives you respect. So when your reputation goes up, you actually win more from daily bonuses and stuff like that. Again, haven't played this game in a while, so definitely not going to have too much of a crazy bonus or anything. But you can also, as you level up, you can get chips and stuff like that. So it is beneficial in the long run to do little things like that. For this game anyway. That's a 10K bet. Yeah, we'll nice and softly back out of this one. Like I said, I'm going to play a little more smooth and a little more cool, just to hopefully win back some of our chips. But yeah, no. Um, some people don't like poker, especially now with how the legality for smoking. Because, for me, anyway, you know, smoking kind of goes hand in hand with playing poker. You want to sit there, you want to smoke a cigar, or have a few cigarettes, or whatever the case may be, have a few drinks. As it is, I'm already pretty much mostly a whiskey or beer drinker. So, of course, sitting around with some friends, having a few smokes, 10K. Okay, we'll call it 10K. Um, you know, pretty much right up my alley. It works perfectly for me. Man, that sucks. Although, an 8 would give us a straight. So that's not bad. Now we got a pair. So that's not terrible. Doesn't seem like anybody's got anything right now. 8? Nah. Oh, we'll check. Sometimes people will bet to try and make it seem like they have something. Just because there are 2 cards higher than uh, my best hand, we're definitely going to back out of this because she could have been playing it cool for the jack, or she could have legitimately had the king. She could have even had pocket pairs of the 7 or the 2, or she could have had pocket pair higher than the 9, like a 10 or a queen or anything like that. So a lot of possibilities for losing, not a lot of possibilities for winning. So we'll err on the side of caution on this. This is definitely a folding hand. If it's what I usually do, my rule of thumb is if it's not a face card, I mean, 10s are not terrible. As a matter of fact, sometimes I prefer playing with a 10 because it ends up being a lot of people kind of seem to forget that 10s exist. Not literally, but if they're not seeing face cards, they're not thinking about cards close to face cards, 9s and 10s kind of thing. As you can see, not even a 10 came, so chances are a 10's probably not going to come. I mean, you have like a 1 in 40 chance of a 10 coming right now. And that lessens if anybody else happened to get a 10. So, when you're playing odds, something to keep in mind. I would have gotten a pair of 2s. Don't think that would have been very helpful at all. I really, really don't. But, lost my train of thought there. 4 and a king. Pair of 4s won the game. But yeah, no. One thing that always makes me laugh when I'm watching, like, if I see a poker game on TV, like in a movie or something, like a movie or TV show or something, is they always do that typical weird thing where they'll have chips and cash on the table. I've never played like a big high stakes game, but that just seems super redundant because the whole idea of you hand money over, you get your chips represent cash. The different colors of the chips represent different amounts of money. So to me, it's always funny when I see in a TV show or something where they'll throw chips and cash. 16K? No. No, thank ya. Granted, again, all I needed was an 8, and I would have had a straight. But anyway, so it's always funny to see that. And I think she's got the coolest table piece. Although me and one other person seem to have similar taste in ours. Although I think that's the big iron, so that's the cowboy gun. Mine's just a straight up revolver. I'm more of a revolver fan myself. Um, Probably because Dirty Harry, to be completely honest. It's all based off of Dirty Harry. I do, legitimately, I really enjoy the Dirty Harry movies. And for me, Dirty Harry, plain and simply, was the original. He was the original super cop. A lot of people say that, 16K. Fuck it, let's call. A lot of people will say Bruce Willis, but Dirty Harry predates Bruce Willis by a number of years. And granted, even Clint Eastwood himself said, like, yeah, we're going to fold out of that. Yeah, by the time, because there's 5 Dirty Harry movies. And I do love the first 3. The 4th one is definitely getting silly. I've never seen the 5th one. I've never seen Deadpool, which is what the 5th one is called. Legitimately, I I'll be completely honest. I do like Clint Eastwood as an actor as well. He's, he even says he's not great with dialogue, but he can look really good. That intimidating glare that he always make sure every single movie he has that intimidating glare. I wouldn't do that, but they're suited, so we'll call. Maybe we'll get something. Oh. Okay. Ain't mad at that. It's nothing spectacular yet. I kind of figured that's what she was going to do. I've been playing, super lax. What's this guy going to do? He's going all in. Screw it, so are we. If we get the flush, we'll be sitting on a good flush. He's got an ace, so he's not going to get the flush for sure. All we need is 1 heart. All we need is 1 heart. Come on. 1 heart. Oh. Well, that's $6,000 that we have now lost. We've lost literally more than half of our money. I think that's a good time to leave the table. We're running close to 45 minutes here anyway, so. No upgrade to our... Any loot cases? No loot cases. Well, no upgrades or anything like that. Not a great episode. No winning. Literally no winnings. Couldn't even make any of our money back that we lost. But, just to show you guys real quick, if you go into the ranked games, this is what the tournament pick kind of... Ooh. Maybe we'll get a tournament. We got 4 people sitting on the tournament right now, sitting on the table. Tell you what, I'll do this. I'm going to bid you guys a farewell. I'll sit here for a couple minutes to see if a tournament actually happens. If it doesn't, that'll be the end of this. I'll do another poker game, sometime down the line, just for fun. And if you guys actually really like watching me play poker and just listening to me kind of just blah, 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 then I'll definitely do another episode of this. But until then, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and chances are you should probably stay away from a lot of the things that I would do. And until next time, take care.